Tell me why you don't love me, why you always misjudge me, why you always put so many.
Oh, God damn. I am really messed up right now, y'all. I have been fucking depressed all day about this. Don't worry. There is nothing wrong. It's just the album I'm gonna review today is really fucked up. Um, or not fucked up, but it's just like super sad and depressed and like depressing to know that. Um, yeah, I don't like talking about my feelings on here, but I have to because this album made me think a lot. So let's get right to it. What is up, my fellow hip hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G Vance, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing two new albums that came out today, so double upload today. Get excited for that. Um, and since your boy has to go to work later on today, I'm hoping I don't like drag this on for too long. But if I do, then so be it. I don't give a fuck right now. Um, but okay, like I said, the album I'm gonna review on this video made me think a lot, and it made me get in my fucking feelings. And so, with that being said, you're gonna have to deal with my depressing ass today. At least for this video. I don't know if the next video I'll be still about the whole talking about my feelings type shit, but we'll see. Um, but today I'm gonna be reviewing the highly anticipated second studio album by the one and only Khalid named Free Spirit. Um, he announced this album like since fucking February, I think. I don't even remember. I follow him on Instagram, and I think like I heard about this album for like such a long time, and I was like, bro, when you gonna drop this shit? I'm waiting for it. Um, and it finally dropped today, and holy crap, this dude. Holy crap, Khalid, what the fuck are you doing to me, man? Um, so a little bit of background on Khalid because I think this is the first time that I review a Khalid album on my channel. Um, but like a little bit background on my history with Khalid. I'll be honest, I got into him like the moment Sun City was released, which was last year, somewhere in like August, I believe. Um, I'm pretty sure it was August. It might have been something else, or no, I think it was in October when that shit happened. But again, I don't really quite remember when Sun City came out, but it was that new EP of his called Sun City. Um, that was when I was barely trying to get into him. After I listened to Sun City, I went back and listened to American Teen, which was his first debut album. Which by the way, it's very crazy to think that this dude was only 17 when he released American Teen. Um, it's like once again showing like that it doesn't matter how old you are, like you could be fucking 15 and take the world on by surprise. I know I used to personally think that like I don't know. I guess I was always like back then, like maybe in high school I wasn't really like that big into into teenagers or just like kids in general becoming artists, because I personally feel that like they're good now, but their voice is gonna like change as the years go by, and like maybe they won't sound as good as they're sounding right now. That was like my big, like, I guess worry or like thought when like I would hear like these new like young kids like come out and like blow up and stuff like that. But I have grown a lot from then, and I've like learned to appreciate anybody no matter what race, what ethnicity, kind of the same thing, I think. But no matter what race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, and age, like I will never doubt anybody, because you never know what a person can do with a lot of fucking passion. I don't care how old you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what gender you are. Like, I will never doubt you, because you can really do a lot of shit when you have a lot of passion. And that being said, Khalid definitely has grown a lot, not only with his passion, but like with his music and with himself, with his personality. Because keep in mind, like I said, he was 17 when his like first debut like came out, and now he's like 20. I think he's like 21 years old now, and like you can really tell like he has learned a lot from his experience. Um, think of this album as like him kind of sharing his wisdom and like what he's learned so far in life, which I guess is like something that I guess is sort of a dumb like concept to think about because he's only 21. You know, I know there's like a lot of people out here who think who like have that mindset of like um, there are people who are 21 years old like writing autobiographies or trying to like share their wisdom, and it's like they're only 21. Like what the fuck did you live? You know what I mean? Um, I know there are people who think like that, and although I do somewhat agree with that, I don't think it's like I don't think you're too young to share like what you learned because like I know I'm definitely I'm gonna be 20 years old in the summer and I definitely have a lot of shit to say at least for the for like what I've learned like growing up and almost becoming an adult, almost becoming a man. Uh, so I definitely have no problem with like young people or people in their 20s sharing like their wisdom and like what they've experienced so far because like you can learn a lot from a lot of people. Like it doesn't matter what age they are. You can literally learn a lot. Um, but it's like I there's like a huge difference from from Free Spirit and comparing it to American Teen because in American Teen I feel like it's like Khalid just having fun with it. He's he was young. He's like sharing his passion to the world. He like really loves singing and like just loves music in general. And so I feel like that was just him having fun. Like he's finally like living his dream. He um, made it to like a really huge goal that he's probably been dreaming about for a long time. And I feel like this time, not at 21 years old, they say when you're 21 is when you fucking like get to do whatever you want now. At 21 you can do all like this shit, like you can do like a bunch of stuff now, and no one can tell you anything about it because you're 21. You're an adult now. Like no one is gonna care what you do. And I feel like he took like a really like interesting turn in this album because this album is really fucking sad. Like let me tell you something. This dude like like I feel like this was just a big fucking therapy session for me. Like I was like I had to take a minute before I listened to the next album I'm gonna review later on today. But I did take a minute to fucking get lost in my thoughts for a bit and like think about what the fuck I'm doing. like that's how deep this shit is. You know, I don't think it's just like a big therapy session for me. I'm pretty sure whoever is a big Khalid fan and whoever took their time to listen to their to this album today, I'm pretty sure a lot of you could relate to a lot of shit that Khalid is talking about here because let me tell you guys something. Like, fuck. I'm sorry. um, but like, let me just tell you that Khalid takes the time to like relate to us. You know what I mean? And I don't think a lot of artists like really do that. I feel like a lot of artists just like just like showing like how happy they are about the life they got, how like happy they are about being a big time celebrity and all that. But I've noticed that there's a lot of celebrities and just a lot of artists in general that like um, don't really like talking about their feelings because when you have like a big uh, platform like that where a lot of people look up to you like as a role model and a lot of people like look up to you and they're like they go for you when they're like feeling like down when like they're having their dark days they turn to you to like make them feel better and so like a lot of celebrities and artists like take it um what's it called they like I guess um make it their goal to like be strong for like for their fans who may be like going through some tough times I guess you could say. But Khalid this time, what I really like what he did here is that uh, he takes the time to talk about everything that's bothering him, and like just so he can be relatable to people. I think specifically my favorite track is the 14th track called Self, which is pretty much a self reflection of Khalid, and himself reflecting on himself. He talks about his experience with loss and how he's like coping with it. His experiencing with losing, and how like losing like shaped him to being the person he is today. How like failure in his life like shaped him to being the person he is, and like shaped him to being where he is now. And but like most importantly, what I really like about the song is that he takes the time to express that although he is like at a very high point in his life, everybody sees him as like a really like high person, like in the world, and like a really great person in the world, you could say. But even though he has all this like great stuff going on in his life right now, he's at the highest point in his life that he will ever be in, probably. um, he still has those moments sometimes, like everybody else does, where like he mentally feels low and he mentally feels like shit. Where where I guess you could say like he like sometimes mentally feels like he doesn't know what he's doing sometimes. And that's what I always that's what like I appreciate about him, is that I feel like this like shows people, like when they hear someone as big as Kelly talk about this type of stuff, like it makes people say like hey, he's just like me, like I'm nowhere near to like as successful as to where Khalid is, but he's just like me. He feels everything that I'm feeling sometimes. He feels sad sometimes, and she's showing me that it's okay to be sad sometimes. It doesn't matter like how successful you are, how big you get, that it's okay to be sad and show your feelings, because at the end of the day, we're all going through shit, and we're all like we're all going through trying to survive life and shit. And that's what I appreciate in hearing about mu- music the most. Like don't get me wrong, I listen to all the lit shit, I listen to all the lyrical stuff, I listen to all the like hype stuff. But as a college student, sometimes I personally would like to hear, I personally like hearing, that other big time artists are struggling just like I am, because Lord knows I it's really hard going through college and shit, and like just life in general. So it's like it's nice to see that there's someone out there that that like it's taking the time to talk about some real shit, instead of talking about like like, oh, like look how successful I am and all that shit. um which I know that's something people don't like hearing, because I know there's people that don't like hearing artists complain about their lives. But at the end of the day, we're all human, and we're all going through shit. So don't ever like think that just because someone is big that all their problems are solved, because you know you could be the happiest, the most like successful person in the world, and like your life could like be falling apart every fucking day. So keep that in mind. And with that being said, um, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this album. There are only two features in it. There's some dude named Safe. I never heard of him, and another dude who sounds familiar called John Mayer. I think he only like produced this shit, or he like did. I think he did sing in this too. I don't know either of them, but they sound really fucking dope here. So shout out to them. Shout out to Khalid. Really great fucking album, dude. And with that being said, that's the end of the review. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, follow me on Instagram down below. Go ahead and follow Khalid on Instagram down below. This dude is mad fucking talented. Go listen to Free Spirit. Also, there's a film called Free Spirit that came out in theaters recently, which apparently is the like what like inspired the creation of this album. So definitely go ahead and watch Free Spirit in theaters. I don't know how long it's gonna be there. Um, Hopefully for a while, because might I'm actually want to go see it. I'd be down to go see it. So yeah, now don't only listen to the album. They highly recommend that you also watch the film, because like the film is supposed to be really fucking great. Um, so yeah, go listen to Free Spirit. Go watch the movie as well. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the second upload. And don't forget to stay happy.
Ran away from us, getting off of me.